Okay. So, if you don't know by now, then this is gonna be the one video that y'all get this week. Um, and it's only one video because I gotta go see the dentist tomorrow. So obviously, I'm not gonna be interested in doing a whole lot of chit chatting and chattering. So we gonna get this. We have our sale going on Twitter, and yeah, past today. I mean, I'll see y'all on Monday. You know, but we're going to go ahead and with what you need to know Wednesday. Do I want to move this? I think I do. Because I just don't have time for it to be falling. Okay. Okay. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and with what you need to know Wednesday. Is there anything specific I need y'all to know? I will be closed till Monday, so there won't be any YouTube content. I'm not taking any readings. You can go ahead and book with me for when I reopen on Monday. Fingers crossed that I'm opening on Monday, because I'm actually not getting the surgery that I wanted. So I'm going to have to actually go with an extraction, and then we'll go in with a couple of other ways to fix a couple of other teeth that I have. I wasn't gonna be talking that much anyway, but I'm definitely not gonna be talking too much now since I'm getting the extraction instead of the actual surgery. Is there anything else? No? Okay. I think I might still do some type messages. Oh yeah, for any of you that missed out on Twitter, if you do have me on Twitter and you here watching, I'm not doing Venus Day messages anymore, just because I just don't like to be like everybody else. I don't know. It's really nothing personal. It's too many people doing it for me. And the last time I checked, I ended up starting it because nobody else was doing Venus Day messages. Now YouTube will still get Venus Day content, right? But Twitter, no, right? And I don't really know if I want to do it as individual signs or just like a collective Venus Day. I really don't even know if I still want to do it here or if I want to move them on Monday. I don't know, but it's too many people got eyes on me and they trying to kind of mimic what I'm doing, and I don't like that. So I just feel like I want to switch it up a little bit. So don't expect Venus messages, okay? If you are on Twitter, if you want to book a love reading and like have channeled messages or a channeled song or whatever like that, we can do it that way. But I'm not doing it for the collective anymore. As far as I'm concerned, right now I'm still doing it for YouTube, so you'll still get them on Friday. If that changes, I'll let y'all know. But for right now, we still just gonna keep them strictly on YouTube. On Friday, I don't think I'm doing anything at all. Because I'm just getting copied too much. Unfortunately, I am starting to see people also do sex talk Saturdays or sex message Saturday or whatever the fuck they want to dress it up as if they didn't steal it from me. But I'm noticing that too. So if it becomes too apparent to me and I feel like, again, people are just jumping in my lane, even though I carve out my own lane, I'm gonna stop doing them too. But for right now, we're gonna still keep those going. Right now, I'm definitely not doing Venus Day messages anymore. Okay. So yeah, I think that's everything. I do want to jump in. Of course, y'all know how we do. We jump in with some oracle cards, then we go in with a little bit of tarot. I'm gonna try not to make this super long, but I'm pretty caught up this week. I have the money that I need to get everything done for this week already, so I really don't have to do anything extra. So again, I might just take the rest of the week off as a whole. So I might make this a little long, just to give y'all a little extra, right? I might let it be a little over an hour, but we'll see. It depends on how I'm feeling. So yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and jump in. And I think that's funny too. So I hope ain't nobody trying to, feel away about me not wanting to do it. But as an Aquarius placement, and maybe some other Aquariuses might understand, I hate the glare on my glasses. I have astigmatism, so it's like I don't need my glasses. I can see without it, but I still like to have my glasses on because it gives me a headache sometimes if I gotta like squint. But I hate the glare of my glasses. And again, maybe some other Aquarius placements understand. Like again, if you're watching this and you have Aquarius in your chart or you are an Aquarius, don't you just hate when you carve out your own lane and then people try to move into your lane? You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be in the left lane, and then here I am like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the right lane. And then before I know it, here come everybody else trying to come to the right lane. It's like, damn, why y'all can't stay over there? I just be hating it. That just really annoys me so much. Like, I hate for a motherfucker to mimic me, Now, it's not an issue for those who ask, because I have had one or two people who come to me like, hey, I really like what you're doing with Venus Day messages. I respect that you inspire me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about them, but it's so many other people who just kind of like to borrow, right? When it's like you're not really borrowing, you really doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's different when people kind of add their own little flavor to it to switch it up. But like, people will dead ass, you can have whatever the fuck on this side, and motherfuckers will literally look at you like you crazy and come back and do the same exact shit. Like, bitch, you don't even like the color green. Why do you got green over here? Because I got green over here. You don't even like, I've literally never seen you wear the color green. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that type should be weird for me. I don't like that type shit. So, but I have had some really cool people who's just like, hey, I'm, this kind of inspired me to do a little shunting. I kind of like this, but y'all, and it's one person in particular, but, I'm just keeping my head out for a swivel, because again, I personally leave myself, I feel like I can have rose-colored glasses on when it comes to my career, because I really be so focused on what I'm doing that I don't think that motherfuckers is out here paying attention to me. Because I'm so focused on paying attention to me, I be feeling like everybody paying attention to their own self, just like how I'm paying attention to me. And it'd be like, no, you paying attention to you and everybody else is paying attention to you. Right? You the only one think that people not paying attention to you, and they are. But anyway, off that. So the card that we have for this week is Good as Hell by Lizzo. Shout out, these cards falling out. The song for the week that we have this week is Good as Hell by Lizzo. So that made me feel like a lot of us need to be making sure that we're checking in. If you know the song, she hits that part when she goes, I do my hair toss, check my nails, baby, how you feeling? And that very much gave me the energy of, this is a time to make sure you're doing a check-in with yourself, okay? For my collective. I can't speak for nobody else, right? But if you sitting here, you watching this, and we are part of the same collective, then I feel like this week is definitely a time to make sure you're checking in, to make sure that your emotions are good, right? So many times we be feeling good or whatever, but it's like fake. You know what I mean? I know that I'm a big victim of this too, where it's like on the outside, girl, I feel real good. You know what I'm saying? I'm flipping my hair and I'm checking my nails too. But on the inside, right? The mental, the emotional, the spiritual part of it all, right? Where it's just like, well, how do you feel? How are you feeling today? Have you really sat with yourself and asked yourself, how do you feel? Why do you feel, right? So many times it's just like, well, you know what I'm saying? Because if he don't love you anymore, then walk your fine ass out the door. But let's be really real, right? Let's be really honest with ourselves. Have you really checked in with yourself emotionally? Or have you just been flipping your hair and checking your nails and just being like, baby, I feel good as hell. How you feeling? No, you really don't feel that good, okay? So making sure that you're doing emotional, mental check-ins, okay? Making sure that you're really tapping in with your spiritual to really figure out, how do you feel spiritually, right? So many times we try to act like everything is good, but spiritually we feel a little lost. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually we feel a little doubtful, right? Emotionally we feel a little lost. Emotionally we feel a little doubtful, right? Excuse me. Whew. Sorry, I've just like had a snack. Y'all know how I am. Had to eat a snack, but I actually ate breakfast today. Okay. But no, making sure that you're doing your check-ins, okay? Making sure that you're checking in with yourself, making sure that you're checking in with your spiritual, your emotional. Let me put this motherfucking phone on, not disturbed, so they can stop bothering me. Okay. But yes, okay. Woo child, go and brush your shoulders off. Time to keep it moving. Ain't that what she said? Let me see. Got a bottle of tequila and it's waiting on you. Okay, so this definitely makes me feel like, make sure you're doing stuff to make you feel good too, right? So the second verse, because it's coming to mind before we get started, it says, woo girl, need to kick off your shoes. Gotta take a deep breath, time to focus on you. All the big fights, long nights that you've been through, I got a bottle of tequila I've been saving for you. Boss up and change your life. You can have it all, no sacrifice. I know he did you wrong. We can make it right. So go and let it all hang out tonight. Okay, so some of you definitely could afford to be hanging out. If you haven't really been hanging out, getting outside, you know what I'm saying? Get outside while it's hot. Okay, it's hot. It's hot outside. Okay, so make sure that you actually get out. Make sure you put your, you know what I'm saying, your booty shorts, Daisy Dukes on. Okay, so you can really start to feel good. And really check in with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you've been trying to stay away from the liquor and you've been doing so good because it's like, you know what? Because if I drink, you know, I'm gonna just feel worse. So I'm just not even gonna drink. I'm not gonna hang out. I'm gonna really just stay to myself. You know, maybe you have been doing mental emotional check-ins, right? And it's like, you know what? I don't need to hang out. I don't need to drink. I just need to sit with myself. You know, I just need to sit with myself. I need to cry. It's good. You know what I'm saying? So maybe some of you have been doing that, and it's time to actually start getting out again. You know what I'm saying? You've cried enough. You've been angry enough. You've been shouting and frustrated enough. It's okay. It's time to actually go let it all hang out. Really put the baggage down. Really put all the hurt down. You know? So go out with some friends. Go make you some new friends. You know, go make you somebody new to actually flirt with and have a little fun with. You know what I'm saying? Have a couple of drinks. You know? It don't hurt. All right? So let's go ahead and jump in. We have Slipping by DMX playing right now. Slipping, Falling, I Can't Get Up. I really love that song. R.I.P. Okay, to my Sagittarius brother. All right. But even that song was about trying not to slip. You know, stand on top of your game. Stand on top of who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know that you're a father now. You know that you can't be out here in these streets. You know, if I remember correctly, that's what the song was about, right? He had just had a son. He was trying not to do the street thing no more. He was trying not to fall into drugs no more. He really was trying to be a better man. You know what I mean? But it's like, well, damn, I feel like I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. You know what I'm saying? For some of you, that might be how you feel right now. But then you still trying to cover it up like, oh, because I'm good. It's good. Yeah. Heal the ouch just tried to come out. So, yeah, I feel like a lot of you definitely could be needing to heal, and you're covering it up like you're fine. And it's like, girl, no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? You know them people? Oh, girl, cause girl, I ain't even worried about Charles. Girl, I don't even. Who? Girl, stop lying, because you crying in the car. Okay? You got tear ducts in the middle of your eyes sitting here trying to act like you don't know who Charles is. Girl, go to hell. Okay? You not lying to me. All right? But others of you who have been crying, and it's like, well, damn, I feel like I'm slipping, right? I feel like I'm slipping. I'm fighting. I'm fighting to make sure I stay on my feet. I'm fighting to make sure I stay above water. You know, I think I was just telling somebody that the other day, where it's just like, you know, especially for me between last week and this week, y'all know I like to make it a little transparent. It's just an energy of, for me, where it's like, especially with the surgery, trying to get the money by myself, not really having any family or any friends. I actually don't have any friends at this point. I've discarded everybody. But it's like not having anybody in my system, in my field, to really be able to help me carry the load, right? And I think I was telling somebody the other day, where it's just like, damn, I just been trying to fight to keep my head above water, right? Because I don't want to slip into a state of depression. I don't want to slip into a state of sadness because of my circumstances, because it's just the circumstances, right? It's not my whole life. This isn't going to be a forever thing for me. This is just what's going on with me right now, right? So I don't want to allow myself to slip right into a state of depression. I can't allow myself to fall into a state of depression, but it feels hard, you know? I think I said that just yesterday, where it's just like, the most frustrating thing about it is you get this close to the motherfucking winning line, and it's like somebody moved the mark. You know what I mean? You take 4 steps forward and then it's 10 steps back, and it's like, fuck, I can't catch a fucking break, right? But that's why it's so important to really making sure you're carving out that time for fun, making sure you're carving out that time for rest, right? To really switch the energies and say, you know what? I feel like I've been drowning as of lately. Let me go actually have a little bit of fun. Let me actually go hang out with some friends, make some friends. Hell, have a shot. Go out by yourself. I'm a big advocate for going out by yourself. Okay? People be looking at me crazy. My mama always tell me, like, girl, don't ever go nowhere by yourself. I love going places by myself, even though I know how dangerous it is. But I feel like can't nobody really give you company like you can give you company. You know what I mean? Go out to the bar by yourself. Have fun. You don't gotta actually flirt with the bartender or no shit like that. You don't gotta flirt with the waitress or no shit like that. But really just do something that makes you smile. That makes you feel good. 9 out of 10, and I don't know if y'all experience is like mine, but 9 out of 10, a lot of people that you go out with, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go out and hang out with my friends. They be some of the most draining goddamn people. The most limited people. You know what I'm saying? I hate a motherfucker that want to go out somewhere with me and want to just sit on the wall. Why the fuck did you come? We can sit and stand and hold up the wall at home. So I love going places by myself. So even if you got to go somewhere by yourself, even if you like, you know what I'm saying, let me go to my favorite restaurant, you can go by yourself. If you ain't the type to go by yourself, you might want to learn how to start going by yourself. Because I also don't understand people who always need somewhere to go. Oh, because I don't got nobody to go with me. Girl, you don't want to go. That's what that sounds like to me. You don't need nobody to go with you. If you need somebody to go with you to go somewhere, you don't want to go. That's how I see it. If you wanted to go bad enough, you go by your goddamn self. I can't stand flying by myself. I really want to go on a vacation or take a flight with somebody. But child, I'm not finna sit around and wait around till somebody actually decide they want to come with me. I'm finna go. I'll have fun when I get there. Yeah, it'll be twice as fun with somebody else. But child, shit. Okay. Y'all don't want to have no fun for real. Okay. Some of you been hanging out too much and not really doing your inner work. Okay, so let's really see what the cards is saying. Give me some oracle. Give me some oracle messages. Okay, we're gonna go in with the other oracle deck over here that I have. Yeah, magical map shifter. So again, a big thing to make sure you remember this week is that you can shift and change the energies around you. Okay, you are a pathfinder, you are a path maker, you're a way maker. Okay, magical map shifter. That means even if you going in this direction, you have the power to change what direction you're going in. Even if you don't like the direction that your life is going in, you have the power to change it, right? You have all the tools needed around you. Yeah, look at both of these. Look at these manifestation cards. Look at both of them. Don't they look like manifestation cards? You have magical map shifter and you have wizard of awareness. So this is a time to actually start paying attention. What third card is this? Commitment tried to come out. So some of you could actually be going through this because of some sort of commitment or commitments in your life. Okay, y'all know I try to tell y'all all the time that commitment isn't only restricted to love. Okay, you can be committed to your family, you can be committed to some friends you ain't got no business being committed with, you can be committed to some men, some women, right? Some people in your family, you know what I'm saying, a job. Okay, this commitment can come and take many shapes and forms. Okay, but again, a lot of you need to start paying attention to that. I feel like some of you aren't really paying attention to how you can change these things. The Wizard of Awareness is here to remind you to listen, right? Sometimes we get so wrapped up in saying in or doing and or just being active that we forget to just be still, right? Sometimes if you just be still and you really just listen, you'll really start to kind of pay attention to what's going on around you, who's around you, right? The path that you're going. But really sit back and observe. How often are you sitting back to observe, right? To Be Honest by Young Dolph is playing. R.I.P. my boy. Y'all know I'm a huge Dolph fan. Okay, still grieving it. I feel like it's gonna take me a minute to grieve Young Dolph, like it took me a minute to grieve Mac Miller. It took me about 3 years. It took me about 3 years to grieve Mac Miller and to really accept the fact that he was gone. And I think I might kind of definitely have to do that too with Dolph. But again, to be honest, right? To be honest, I don't care about your opinion. What is check, right? So this is a time to really start being honest with yourself and your awarenesses. Be honest with yourself in your assessment of what's going on around you. Be honest in yourself about where you're going. Where are you going? Does any of us know? Right? Some of us know. Some of us don't. Some of us play like we know. Some of us really know where we're going, but we're not being aware enough to make sure that we are still taking the steps to get to where we're trying to go, right? Sometimes we get so wrapped up in smelling the flowers and taking the scenic route that we forget there's still a destination at hand, right? I hope I'm speaking to somebody right now. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in smelling the flowers and taking the scenic route that we forget that there is still a destination at hand, right? So some of you might be wanting to shift where you're going. The map shows you what directions, right? So what direction are you going in? If you're not happy with the direction your life is taking, if you're not happy with the way your relationship is going, if you're not happy with the way your job is going, if you're not happy with the direction that things are taking and the turns that things are taking, This is a time to actually start getting in that awareness bag. Start listening more than you're speaking. Start being still more than you're moving. So you can really assess, okay, where am I going again? Right? Yeah, thank you, Spirit. I just heard that. I have been really paying attention to Miss Holy Mecca on Twitter. And I caught her live, and I know she said that last Friday she goes live on TikTok. I think it is Holy Mecca as well on TikTok. Holy, like HOLYMECCAA, I believe. And I know that they said something like this, where it's like, I tell y'all all the time, don't do anything without intention, right? So that's even when you wake up in your day. What intentions are you setting for your day? What intentions are you setting for the week? This helps you with direction, with what direction you're going in. This helps you with what it is that you want, so you can remember what it is that you're doing it for, right? What good is it to do all this goddamn heavy lifting and heavy load, and if you don't know what you know what I'm saying, you're gonna pick up a refrigerator and start just taking the stairs, but where are you taking the refrigerator? Do you know? Do you know what apartment, what building, what floor? Or you just carrying the refrigerator? Right, that's the energy that's giving me, making sure that you know where you're going. And if you're not liking where you're going, you need to be taking a step back to really ask yourself, okay, where is this going? Is this in alignment with me? And do I need to get rid of it? If I need to get rid of it, what do I need to be doing to get rid of it, so I can make sure that I'm going in the direction and I'm taking the journey that I want to take, and that I'm not getting sidetracked? Right? Sometimes we get in romantic relationships and we forget, oh yeah, wait, I'm supposed to be starting a business, right? And then we get so wrapped up in the romantic part of things to where we forget our direction for taking that business. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in the love of the relationship that the direction of this relationship needs to be toward healing, right? But we get wrapped up in the sex of it all, the lust of it all, the fantasy of it all. You know what I mean? So making sure that y'all do that. This is the time to really assess that. Even your job. If you're like, listen, this was never supposed to be my career. You know what I mean? This was never supposed to be a career. I was supposed to use this to get to where I was going. How is it 5 years past and I'm still here at the same job? Because you haven't really been sitting back and really taking observation of your journey, of where you're going on your journey, where you've been. You just been going. You just been going. Now it's been 5 years and you like, well, damn, I hate this job. How did I waste 5 years? Right? I hate this person. How did I waste 5 years in this relationship and I'm not even happy? Because you haven't been observing and paying attention to it. You just been in the relationship. You just been in the friendship. You just been in the partnership. You just been at the job. You haven't really been paying attention and really taking heed to, okay, is this in alignment with me? Is this something that's keeping me going on my direction to my destination? Or did you get wrapped up in the scenic route? Celebration. Or is this champion? I think this champion. I think it's champion. Yeah, Champions by Nicki Minaj. It's a celebration. We know who we are by now, okay? The champion, Influencer is here. Anxiety is here. We have Storm. We have Bullseye, Distance, and Karma. I'm going to read the Wizard of Awareness card. I keep getting pulled to read it because it might be something I'm missing. That's why I like to keep the books. I know a lot of spiritualists be like, no, throw away the book. Don't use the book. Just... and fuck you, okay? I like both. I like to read out of the book and I like to intuitively make sense of things, okay? Leave me alone. So it says, your soul knows best. Be still and observe. Ain't that what I said? Be still and observe. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside of yourself, stepping into a observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort and overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now. Unencumbered? Unencumbered? Unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adapt and adopt a sense of nothing that happens to you is personal. Okay? People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing right now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any without any direct influence from you. Right? And I'll say, yeah, just you have to really pay attention to that, right? This applies to the environment within you as well as the environment around you. That's why I said, yeah, maybe you're not happy, right? Maybe some of y'all out here trying to act like y'all good as hell when on the inside, you really not happy with the direction you taking, right? You're not happy with what's going on around you. You're not happy with what's going on the inside, right? But it's all good. It says the Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what it is you are experiencing right now. Okay? Last week in Houston, Texas, which I really like this song, which is by Megan Thee Stallion. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense of nothing that happens to you is personal. Okay? So a lot of you could be taking some things personally right now. Okay, which I think is always so funny how, again, we are very much in alignment with each other, right? With me in the collective that we have here, right? Because just like I said the other day, I told somebody that, just like I was saying as I started this, right? It's almost like I'm trying to keep my head above water. It's like I get this close to the finish line and then somebody move the mark, right? I'm 2 steps away from that motherfucker. 2. I just need 2. And as soon as I get a step away from the finish line mark, somebody move it. Right? But again, how much can we be still and really observe, right? What's going on around us, what's going on within us, right? How much can you be still and observe what direction you've been going in? Regardless of if this is our direction that you've chosen or whether life has chosen this direction for you. Because, baby, you know, sometimes life chooses the direction. Right? That's why I said it's also important to adapt the sense that nothing that's happening to you is personal. Right? But how often can we really sit with ourselves and understand that? Right? I was very committed to having a dental surgery. I didn't want to have a teeth extraction. I was very committed to that. Okay? That was all my plan. I planned very hard and worked very hard last week to make sure I had everything done. I had everything organized. I got up Monday, had everything done, everything organized. She said, we just need you to call this person, do this, and we're good. This close. This close. Nope. Right? And even though, yes, it frustrated me, and yes, I had a very emotional Monday on a moon day, later to realize that the moon was in Cancer while it was a moon fucking day, so everybody was just fucking emotional, right? But again, it was for me to understand, you know, especially for me, I have a big I hate my life thing. I don't know where that came from or where that developed in me, but I have that real bad, where it's just like, damn, I hate my life, you know? And I had to remind myself, like, wait a minute, it's not my life, it's just the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. It's nothing wrong with your life. You know, your life is blessed and very abundant. You should actually be very grateful right now, right? But I really hate the situation. Really hate the circumstance. I hate the circumstance. I hate that, you know, I have to go with this option, even though it's not a bad option. It's not like I'm scared to get my teeth pulled, child. I done had teeth pulled before. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not a thing. But it's just the fact that when I want things to go this way and it doesn't, I get very upset about that. Right? And I take it so personal because, oh, nothing in my life ever goes right. Right? Maybe you meet them people. I'm one of them people real bad. Right? One little fraction of a hair could be out and it's like, damn, nothing in my life don't ever go the way. Right? But it's like learning how to not take it personal. So where in your life maybe do you need to be doing that too? Right? Where it's just like, listen, it's not that this is a bad person. It's not that they don't like me. It's not that they don't love me. It's not that my job don't respect me. It's not that my family doesn't give a fuck about me. But how often can you really just sit still and observe to say, okay, you know what? That's a you problem. You know what I mean? My family, my sister, my daddy, my brother, my mama treat me like this because of them. It don't got nothing to do with you. It ain't because you're the unlovable sibling, you're the unlovable child, you're the motherless child. It's because of them. But the quicker we can really understand that, for a lot of us, the quicker we can redirect, rebound, and say, okay, cool, you know what? Let's shift the direction in, right? Let's shift the direction in. If I thought my journey allowed me to go left, you know what I'm saying, and I'm moving left and I'm going left, then fuck it. Okay, well maybe life want me to take a right. Fuck it, let's go. It's not personal, right? I tweeted that yesterday, where it's like when life throws you a curveball, a lot of the times that shit can be really loathsome. But don't allow it to be loathsome, because a lot of the times there's so many blessings in that curveball, right? I didn't want to go through with the extraction. I wanted actual surgery, right? So I won't have to have any teeth pulled, right? At all. Let's just fix them. Let's just do the post and core build up, and we can move from there, and then I'll heal, and then, you know, I'll continue to move forward from there, right? But that's not what God wanted for me. You know what I mean? Which added to my stress again last week, just to make it a little bit personal, because I'm saving for so much already, and I'm the only one saving for it. I'm the only one working hard for me. I'm the only one saving money up for what I want to do. Nobody else around me, near me, in my family, outside my family is working hard to help me or working hard to meet me in the middle on anything. My own car, I have to bust my own ass to get it by myself. My own apartment, I have to bust my own ass to get it by myself. And though I don't feel sorry about that, it just does get frustrating when it's like, okay, I have a lot to pay for and I'm doing it alone, right? I don't have anybody to help me, right? But again, taking it this way in this situation, this route is so much cheaper. I don't know if y'all ever had dental situations, but this extractions are so much more cheaper than root canals, surgeries. I'll let you. You know what I mean? Just to show you the compare and contrast, the surgery I had to get was gonna be over $3,000, right? God threw me this curveball and said, okay, but we're gonna have to go with an extraction. Child, I'm kicking out under $100 for this extraction. Under $100. So I can still save up for a car. I'm still saving up, right? And that was a part of what I was kind of worrying with last week. Where it's like, I know I'm gonna pay for the dental. That's not the problem. But this chucks me out of, you know what I'm saying? My car, my apartment. And these are things I want before 2020 over with, right? So again, I apply that to your life. You know what I'm saying? Not to try to make this about me, but again, I'm giving you that so you can put it in perspective on where you are. Maybe life has thrown you a curveball this week. Maybe if you ain't got your curveball, maybe it'll come over the weekend, right? But how are we bouncing back from it? How are we not taking these things personal? You know, maybe you thought you was going to get the new job and you didn't get it. Maybe you thought you was going to get the person. Maybe you thought this commitment, this relationship was going to come in, and it's like it's not really coming the way that you thought, right? But how can we be still and observe? That's why I said I canceled everything yesterday. I wanted to already get YouTube content. I canceled the whole day yesterday. Not for any other reason than I wanted to be still and observe and really go within on what I'm feeling, right? To be able to process that emotion. To finally clear this out, right? To actually say, okay, focus, extraction, right? What are we doing? What do I need to do? Right? Because I can't kicking my feet and screaming ain't gonna help. This is a curveball that's already been thrown to me. I have it. I caught it already. It's not like I can dodge it. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind too, guys. All right. As you have all these cards, I think I gave you these cards: influencer, anxiety, storm, bullseye, distance, and karma. I do feel like, again, a lot of you are very much an inspiration to others. Okay, so you have a lot of people watching you. All right. You're very powerful. You're very positive a lot of the times. A lot of you can try to be very positive. Maybe you're a very positive person, right? Just like I said earlier. Some of y'all acting like y'all good as hell, right? And it's like you really ain't even checked in emotionally. You really ain't even checked in intuitively, right? That's why y'all still carrying so much anxiety. But you try to just be so positive on the outside. You're just lying to people, right? You're lying to people. You're not really that positive, not because you're not a positive being, but because how are you eluding so much positivity when deep down you really pessimistic? Come on, let's be real, right? Let's really be real, you know. But some of you definitely have been going through something. If you haven't already, you might be about to go through something, right? Some of you have been very outspoken about it, right? You are an influencer, you're an inspiration to others, a strong and powerful speaker, a passionate, powerful leader, right? You're very transparent on the storms that you go through, right? And I do feel like in that case, you're going to be getting back all that you've been putting out for people, right? Even if you're the type of person where it's like, listen, I might not feel the best, but I'm gonna go inspire the next motherfucker. I'm gonna still be an inspiration to the next motherfucker, even if I am feeling down bad, even if I am feeling insecure, right? A lot of us are about to be getting back some energy that we have been giving. Okay, whatever side of the spectrum you on. Okay, I don't know what side of the spectrum you on, but I know what side of the spectrum I'm on, and let's just hope we on the same side of the spectrum. Let me just say that. Okay. But some of you could definitely be going through that. Some of you are actually clearing that, where it says clearing karma here in this storm, right? So some of you have been definitely doing very well to clear out this karmatic energy. Some of you have been feeling sad, down, depressed, insecure, overthinking, worrying about the future, worrying about the past, worrying about the present, right? And you are clearing that karmic pattern, karmic energy, karmic behavior, right? That's why I said, even like myself, I hate my life because nothing ever, you know what I'm saying? I've always been that type of person. I don't exactly even know at what age I picked that up, but I know it's been in the back of my mind. You know what I mean? And I really had to take a pause and observe to say, okay, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Let's rework this, because I feel myself about to say I hate my life, and it's not my life that I hate, because my life is blessed. But it's the circumstance, right? It's the circumstance. It's the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? It's the circumstance. It's not the life, right? So a lot of you have been doing that. Maybe even putting yourself in separation from people, kind of just not contacting, right? Just not really feeling it these days, right? Because you really just been, kind of really trying to get clear-minded. And I definitely feel like a lot of you are about to be getting some good karma back from that. A lot of you have been being an inspiration to others by that, and you don't even know it, right? Maybe you just tweet your situation. Maybe you share that with your friends, share that with your partners, where it's like, you know what, I really haven't been okay. Just like the song said, slip and fall in DMX. Okay, I've been slipping and I'm falling, and I feel like I can't get up, but god damn it, I'm fighting. You know what I mean? I'm fighting, I'm assertive, I'm taking initiative. You know what I'm saying? I'm really taking these things in stride to really work through this rough patch, because I have been in this rough patch. And you don't even know how much of an inspiration you are just for other people around you, to see you take in redirection and say, you know what? Usually I hang out, right? Usually I could be heartbroken, I'ma still go out to the club. But you know what? Nah, I'm gonna take some time and I'm gonna really sit with myself. I'm gonna really sit with myself. I'm gonna really try to heal myself. I'm gonna really try to take action on what this is that I'm feeling, instead of trying to act like I do not see. Instead of trying to act like I don't have any emotions, right? And that has really been coming tenfold towards you. A lot of you actually will be receiving some negative karma. If this isn't you doing negative wrongdoings, there might have been somebody around you. Yeah, there might have been somebody around you. This says group effort, collaboration, teamwork, progress, right? So some of you have not been making progress. Okay, you're just a leader. And some people will be getting back some negative karma. Again, if this is not you, okay, be very mindful of who starts to separate. Okay, even if you ain't did shit, if you just like, well, damn, I was hanging out with so and so and so and so, and now we just kind of, it's like we not even in contact no more, because they're they getting some negative karma. Okay, I already know who this applies for in my life, because they thought they was slick, but it is what it is. Because I already intuitively kind of picked up on somebody, so I already know. But others of you, keep your head clear, okay? You might want to actually reach out to some people who is deliberately being removed from your life right now, right? And these are people who tried to fuck up your direction. They saw what direction you was going in, and they tried to cause you some rough times. They tried to cause you some anxiety. They tried to cause you a lot of chaos. Okay, these are people who don't take their accountability. These are people who I heard make a lot of plans and don't take action. Take that for who it applies to, okay? Yeah. So I'm picking that up too, where it's like, don't be surprised if some people kind of fall out of your life right now, because you got some good shit coming. All right. But again, a lot of these good things that are coming aren't yours. Well, take that back. Are yours. It's not theirs. And these are people who try to kind of redo your direction. You know what I'm saying? These are people who try to take advantage of what direction you were going in. Some of you definitely know because you had to be still and observe, right? These are people that you're committed to. And it's like, well, you know what? Because I thought these people had the best interest, had my best interest at heart. And actually, they don't. Right? Let's go ahead and move in. I do want to get like a love oracle, and then I want to move into some tarot. But I definitely can understand that too, and to kind of give you a little bit of an insight on what I mean. Again, if you have me on Twitter, y'all know Twitter is like my number one stomping ground, child. I listen. We one big ass family over there, if you ask me. Okay. But even with this, like I know somebody in my personal life, that we was really cool. You know what I'm saying? Again, they was never like my best friend and no silly ass shit, but I really thought they was cool people. You know what I'm saying? So someone who used to work at Starbucks with me before I started doing my own business, right? And we still just kind of hang out on the slide. Now again, here I am focusing on myself because like I said, I be so focused on me that I don't be noticing that other people focused on me. But I hung out with this person this past weekend, and I just remember my spiritual team telling me to really start paying attention to what it is that they say. Because when I come over, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm really not paying attention and dissecting everything that motherfuckers say. Because again, motherfuckers don't always, motherfuckers really don't be talking about shit to me. So I'll never be trying to listen with just a magnifying ear, bitch, because you're not talking about shit. Not that's gonna help me. Not that's gonna benefit me anyway, right? Motherfuckers don't be talking about nothing for real. Bunch of frivolous shit. Oh, cause you saw this show and then this was on TikTok and then this post on this. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I couldn't pull a fuck out of my ass. I couldn't pick a fuck off of the goddamn tree if it was a motherfucking fuck tree. I promise you, I couldn't go pick one off of them bitches. I couldn't. Cause I don't care, right? But I get around somebody, and not only do I really pay attention to the fact that they was throwing slick shots at me, but this is what I mean by people who are trying to fuck up your path because they see what direction you going in, and they really just jealous, right? Because you make up your path. Person watching, we as a collective decide what path that we want to be on. We decide what energy is best for us, right? So I'm out to eat with them, paying no attention, right? I'm thinking about some whole other shit, and they ended up asking me like, oh, cause do you want me to call so and so and so and so for to talk to them about a reference or some shit like that? And immediately I said no so motherfucking fast, bitch. I knew spirit had to be on me, cause no, right? And let me show you what I mean by how weird it is, right? Now, when you usually going out for a job, granted, I want to go back to the Starbucks closest to my house. Not because I have to, but for money. But because, bitch, my business is doing well and I got a lot of extra free time on my hands. And y'all didn't hear me say I wanted to have my car and to be in my own place before this year is over with. So I'm just really in the energy of hustle right now. I'm on top of the business. I'm on top of content. If it ain't bringing me no money, I really don't give two shits about it because I just have so much that I'm focused on right now. I'm really not focused on shit else right now, right? So even though I still have my business, right, and I'm still going to be running my business, I do want to do part-time at Starbucks because as someone who loves coffee, I obviously miss making drinks and working at Starbucks. So I told them the week before last. When I told them a week before last, they had already told me and asked me like, oh, because do you want me to give a reference? No, they didn't even ask me. They said put me down as a reference, which by the time I had told them I had even did it, the application was already done. So girl, what reference? Furthermore, I don't need a reference because I'm good at what I do. I don't need any, like, not to be arrogant, but I know what I do. I'm very good at what I do. When I worked at Starbucks last, everybody needed me because I'm a fucking powerhouse by myself. I make drinks by myself, right? So when I tell them that I first did it, they ask me like, okay, well, put me down as a reference. I said, okay, cool. I didn't really think much of it, right? Because I wasn't being still and being aware, right? Then we go out to eat again, and they bring up out of them like, oh, because have you talked to so and so and so and so? I said, no, since I have my surgery coming up, they just got back in town for vacation on that Tuesday. I have a surgery coming up this Wednesday. I don't want to schedule a meeting to meet them just yet, right? I want to have my surgery done. I want to be able to actually speak and do the interview, so that way when I do the interview, I know I can wow them. This person come out their face like, oh, well, because do you need me to text this person to give you a good word? No, because nothing about that intuitively, and I could already smell the energy off of her, because I had already that day been told to put on guard, right? I was already told, hey, when you gonna hang out with this person, really start paying attention. Like, get out of your phone, get out of your head, and really start paying attention to this person. Pay attention to what they're saying, what they're not saying, right? Be still and really pay attention, right? So again, not only did I notice later after I tell them like, no, I'm good, then you throwing slick shots at me about me being a psychic, right? But again, these are people who are trying to redirect your path. These are people who's trying to redirect what direction you're going in. Nothing about that energy made me feel like she was gonna call that lady to be like, oh, because B is just the best. She's just a phenomenal. Because when I was working for you and you were my shift lead, I ran over you. So you gotta know, I don't believe for a single second that you finna call them and just blow good smoke up my ass about how great of a, right? Make sure you watch out for these people. Even with that said, make sure that you're being mindful on what you share, okay? Because a lot of people are watching y'all. A lot of people are trying to make sure that you don't get to where you're going, because you already have a sense of direction, right? A lot of us are already using, you see how he got all, look, don't it give you the magician card though? I said, look at all these good manifestation cards. Got the Wizard of Awareness. Come on, we have the motherfucking magical map shifters giving magician over here with all of the tools. So y'all already have the tools, the spiritual, physical, mental, emotional tools to go in that direction that you want to go in. You have all the tools at your disposal to ship, shape, and redirect whatever direction you are going in, even if you don't like it, right? But you have people around you that don't want you going in that direction. Now, this isn't someone who just wants to sabotage me because they just rather me be a business owner. This is someone who don't like the direction I'm going in because I'm shitting on them. Flat out, period, right? This is someone who, once you first ever met me, I was working up under you. You were my shift lead at my old Starbucks, right? Now I didn't quit. I quit before this person. Started my own business. My business is thriving, and they did say that. That's how I know that it was a little bit of jealousy, because they're like, oh, because you know, but I'm just so proud of how your business is thriving. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because my business is thriving and I get to work for myself. I make my own schedule. I make my own off days, and you still have to answer to somebody. And you are 12 years older than me, right? So make sure you be mindful. Make sure that you're paying attention to who's around you, what's around you. I tell y'all all the time, everybody that clap for you is not happy for you. Everybody that gives you a standing ovation isn't giving you good shit. A motherfucker can give you a standing ovation and can be talking dog shit about you up under their breath while still standing up and trying to give you a standing ovation. Okay, so make sure that y'all are being mindful of that as well. All right, you are adored for this Wednesday. So it says, don't be fooled by the players and don't be fooled by yourself. There's no one more lovable nor loved than you. And I know everyone. Okay, so like I said, y'all are really an influence to a lot of people. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know why I always get burped. I feel like when I start reading for y'all and I'm starting to get burps, I'm starting to intuitively feel like somebody need to be making some room. So maybe some of y'all need to be making some room for some of these blessings y'all have, which means getting some people away from y'all. Okay. A big energy of the collective, I know, for especially for myself and a couple of others that I know, it's been a big energy of, as doors are closing, other ones are opening, right? It's the weirdest feeling. You can come into some good shit and lose somebody, and come into something else and then lose this and then this and then that. It's like everything is being swapped out right now, right? right? We're just gonna take this cup and then put this cup here, and then we're gonna put this cup here, but then we gotta take this and we just gonna be moving shit around. And it's just like, damn, you know? So some of you have some good shit coming in, but you have to remove some shit out of your life in order to really get some more other good shit. All right? Being an inspiration to others also comes with jealousy and envy. So again, a big emphasis on please making sure that you be still. If you have a weird feeling about somebody, follow it. Aquarius is down here as it's cut up under the deck. So you might be an Aquarius. This person might be an Aquarius, or you might have Aquarius in your chart. If you feeling weird about somebody, anybody, follow it. Okay? Unless you the one with weird energy. Because I've definitely... The Aquarius is in my life, in my real reality. Nah, I'm not talking about my online peoples or whatever, but in my real reality, the Aquarius is in my everyday life, in my human life, right? That's not online, have been really having some weird ass energy. So maybe you're an Aquarius and you kind of looking at other people with some weird ass energy. Maybe people are looking at you with some weird ass energy. Okay, just make sure you're being still and observing, especially when you feel like there's some weird energy with some people. Okay. Because I think this is the same person. I think I did tell y'all about this person when I was like, I feel like there's somebody I hang out with that kind of be throwing slick comments at me. But I really haven't been paying attention. If y'all caught that video and y'all remember me saying that, this is the same person. So now I have confirmation that yes, they have been throwing slick shots at me. But again, it's not for anything other than the fact of, instead of being inspired by me, they get jealous of me. Right? There should be no reason why in your mid-30s you not doing what I'm doing. You don't want to do what I'm doing, right? Or because you keep making excuses. But that don't got nothing to do with me. That's on you. Right? So let's go ahead and with the tarot part for what do we need to know this Wednesday as far as July 27th, because it will be the 27th. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, which is the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. So this already is giving me somebody wants a handout instead of actually getting outside their comfort zone. Look at the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Right? So somebody would rather things be given to them instead of them do the work. Pentacles is about effort for me. It's about effort, energy. Just like Wands. You know what I mean? It's that effort. It's that energy. Some being more structured. Pentacles are a more structured energy. Wands is like that fire energy. So it's still movement, it's still action, it's just more impulsive, right? Versus swords being mental thought, cups being emotion. So someone wants like that stable movement. Someone wants that stable energy coming in, but it's like, child, they don't want to get outside their comfort zone, even if this is financial. So maybe some of you around you know some people where it's like, listen, these people just want handouts. They don't want to work hard for the money. You know what I mean? They don't want to work hard for the money. They don't want to get outside their comfort zone. They want shit given to them. You know what I'm saying? 6 of Pentacles with that 2 of Pentacles is 8 of Pentacles, which is that hard work, that effort, those long nights, that early morning in order to really get to the what? 9 of Pentacles, which is stability, standing on your feet, really being happy about it. Yeah, but these are people who'd rather be fucking broke. They feel sorry for themselves. Look, you see how the kids in the background, she's so wrapped up on whatever the fuck wrong. She's so focused on whatever going bad in her life that she don't even pay attention that if she look behind her, there's a key and a lock. You can free yourself. You can free yourself. A lot of people don't want to though. A lot of people don't want to though. A lot of people don't want to plant those seeds that they know that they need to, right? Yeah, they make the decision because for a lot of them, they've made the decision to just stay in this low vibrational energy. For some of them, I feel like it's a mental back and forth because they doubt themselves. There's 222 here as well in front of me. So this could definitely be some people you're in partnership with, business partners, friends, lovers. I'm even picking up family because again, 222 is just like that connection energy, right? So I am seeing that where it's like some of these people don't want to get outside their comfort zone because in the back of their head, they doubt themselves, right? People don't have the same motherfucking courage and bravery that you have. That's why you are adored, because people adore you. You're an influencer, right? You take your accountability. It might be scary for you too. You know what I'm saying? You might have some storms and shit, some chaos that you might got to go through. You might have some negative thoughts and pessimistic thoughts as well, but you don't let that shit bottle you. You don't let that shit get to you. You might have fears and insecurities too, but at the end of the day, you're willing to take a risk. This is someone who's not willing to take a risk. Yeah, Six of Swords, right? So this is you saying, you know what, shit might be a little rocky right now. Shit might be a little crazy. You know what I'm saying right now, but I know I'm gonna get to the other side, and I know I'm gonna get to the other side victorious. God damn it! Oh, I wish I could smack the motherfucking victorious. Right? Y'all saw that flip over in my hand. You already know that even though it don't look like it right now, you're going to get to the other side of this victorious, right? You allow yourself to still continue to go in that direction. Some of you definitely sit back and say, okay, let me assess. Because right now I don't too much feel like I don't too much feel like this right now. But what do I need to do? Let me sit still. Let me observe. Let me sit with myself and ask myself, well, what do I need to do to start to feel victorious? Other people can't even start to begin the journey. And they know it. Others of these people have made the collective choice to just not. They rather stay low vibration. Right? It's very true that a lot of people who want the accolades and the perks don't want to do the work. Right? Some people don't mind doing the work. But then they get in their head about the work that needs to be done. They get in their head about if it's possible, if they can do it, if it's for them. Right? Others of them don't want to do the work. They just want what you have. Right? That's more people in the world than anything. You know what I'm saying? Again, you have your fears, anxieties, depression, negative thoughts. You go through your storm. You know what I'm saying? It ain't motherfucking easy. It ain't always easy and swift and roses and chocolates and flowers. Just like my story. If you've been following me, again, you heard me tell y'all when I stopped. Listen, I quit Starbucks with $20 to my name. I tell y'all that all the time. If you new here, welcome to Bees Tarot. I quit my job 2-3 years ago with $20 to my name. I ain't had shit but $20 to my name. October will make 3 years. October will make 3 years I've been doing this for myself. You know what I'm saying? Making a living and dealing and hanging out and, you know what I'm saying? Making a way for myself for this long. Right? But a lot of people don't want to do that. I done had me some dark days. I done had a lot of chaos, despair. I've had plenty of times where I was negative. Again, if you know my story, you know I told y'all for the first 3-4 months, I spent that whole time just constantly in conversations with God. God, if this ain't what I'm supposed to be doing, let me know. God, let me know. Because listen, I'll go back and get my job back. I put my 2 weeks notice in. Did not want to put my 2 weeks notice in, but I put my 2 weeks notice in just in case if I had to come back. God, I'm a little nervous. God, I'm a little scared. God, I don't really know. I don't really know what it's giving. I don't really know, right? It's been plenty of times where I done got down bad, had to be in the time of need, time of despair. Then been in a couple of rough patches. Worried about the future, worried about the present, if this is really what I'm supposed to do, right? But people don't think about all of that. People look at where I am now and be like, I want what that bitch got. But then they don't want to go through them long nights, right? They don't want to quit their job. They don't want to step out on faith and take a leap out on faith to really do what needs to be done. I think I just had somebody tell me the other day, like, oh, because I actually just got out of my business partnership. And they was talking to me and they was like, well, you know, because I know it's hard, because I know that you're like dedicated to being an entrepreneur, and you know that shit is just so hard. And you know, that kind of stuck out to me because it was like, is it hard? Is it? Because to me, I don't find it hard as much as it is just dedication. You know? Dedication. Doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that you take that leap out on faith. But the thing about being an entrepreneur is a lot of people don't want it bad enough to go for it. Right? That's just like them people who kind of quit their job. Let's use Lizzo, right? Since that was our song for the week. Didn't she have a story about how she like had to sleep in her car, and you know what I'm saying, all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't want it that bad. A lot of people don't want it that bad to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna quit my job, you know, which again is silly, because you don't just have to quit your motherfucking job. Okay, let's start there. I'm not an advocate for just quit your job unless you just know, you know what I'm saying? Like, now some people have it in their heart where it's like, no, I'm gonna quit my job, I'm gonna do music. I know, I feel in my gut that this is who I need to be. I just gotta do it, you know. And then they have some of the best fucking stories, you know. Oh, because I slept in my car for this long and I had to do this, and you know what I'm saying, I was doing charity work selling plasma. A lot of people don't want it that bad, you know what I'm saying? I won't say that I wanted to do tarot that bad, but I know I wanted to do work for myself that bad. You know, I can't remember what it was, but y'all, if you ever again have heard me talk about it, you know, I tell you, it was just I went from wanting to own a Starbucks franchise, y'all. I wanted to own a Starbucks. No lie. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to be a professional English teacher. I wanted to be a professor, right? I wanted to teach English and psychology and have a minor in creative writing and African American studies, bitch. I wanted to be a, you know, a store owner or just like a franchiser, you know what I'm saying, of Starbucks, where it's like, listen, I got one in my city, this is mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mine. Like when the store backed up and the stocks and shit, I gotta walk in there with my keys and my fuzzy slippers and my kids and get them some hot cocoa and go up there and do inventory. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the type of bitch that I wanted to be. Child, I woke up one day and said, I can't fucking stand it here. I want to leave. I can't. If I smell one more, if I gotta walk in this bitch one more time and smell some coffee, bitch, I'm gonna pull my hair out. I'm gonna pull my hair out. But then at that moment, it's like, well, damn, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I want to work for me though. I don't want to work for another motherfucker. I don't want to work for another motherfucker. And actually, I think I was in my 10th house perfection year. I think I was in my 10th house perception year, or either coming upon it, right? I didn't want to work for myself no more. I mean, I didn't want to work for another motherfucker. I want to work and put some money in my pocket to actually give and put down to my kids. Me coming to clock in at Starbucks every day is giving money to another motherfucker. I don't want to do that, right? And it took for me to take a leap of faith. Nobody believed in me except for like a handful of people. I had a handful of my coworkers be like, girl, you can do this. I believe in you. And I'm proud of you, right? My own family, my own best friend at the time, my nigga at the time was like, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people ain't trying to put in the effort and the energy that you put in, right? Regardless of where you at in your life. Yeah, Emperor reverse. A lot of people don't want to take that action. A lot of people don't want to just get started. Page of Wands reverse, right? They not strong enough, right? Even if they feel it in their heart, they don't know how to just get their ass off their shoulders and take action. Right? So we have Capricorn, we have Aries, we have Leo here. What else do we have? That's all I see so far. But yeah, a lot of people don't want to take that. You know what I'm saying? The World Is Yours by Nas is playing right now. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't want to really just do what needs to be done. The world is in the palm of your hands. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you put your mind to. You can do it, put your back into it. Okay, but a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people just rather handouts. Yeah, a lot of people can sit around. People can sit around thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cause I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people sit around thinking, but when it's time to come forth to put that action toward it, then what we doing? Right? I'm an entrepreneur because I sleep, eat, shit, breathe this. Right? That's why I'm happy to be going back to Starbucks. I'm not going back to Starbucks because I have to. I'm going back to Starbucks because I want to. I don't need them. Right? And that's a beautiful motherfucking feeling. That's a beautiful feeling where it's just like, listen, I'm working this job because I want to work here. Not because I need the money and I have to get this job at. Right? And it's stuff like that that inspires the people around you to say, you know what? If they can do that shit, I can do it too. Right? If they can do that shit, I can do it too. If they can start their own business, if they can start modeling, if they can start doing hair, doing nails, doing makeup, being their own person, doing their own thing, I can do that shit too. But that shit come with a lot of haters. Okay? A lot of childish ass people who just believe pigs can fly. Right? A lot of childish ass people who just believe pigs can fly. Right? But there are delays. A lot of these people, for some of you, this is your romantic relationship. This is your romantic relationship where it's like a motherfucker is jealous of you. Yeah, I just heard they not childish because they act childish. They just acting childishly immature to you because they're jealous of you. Okay? These are friends. These are family members. These are your partners, right? So you might be the one sitting around trying to, think and get clarity. If you the one thinking about, well, because I wonder if my sister, my man, yes, this is your confirmation. If you had to sit here and figure it out and it's like, because I wonder because my man been being weird to me and I think he might be jealous of my money. Yes, 345 on my time dash because you're elevating. because you're elevating and you're making the needed changes. You're redirecting what direction you've been going in, right? For some of these friends, they mad because you're not trying to sit around and talk about niggas. For some of your homeboys, you ain't trying to sit around and talk about bitches all day. You ain't trying to sit around and smoke weed and do nothing all goddamn day. And some people definitely adore you for that, right? So don't get it twisted. Don't think because you got some haters that people ain't loving you. People love you and adore you. They love your tenacity. They love your story. They love your strength. They see you fighting, right? But a lot of these people just want handouts, right? They don't want to get up and do the work that you're doing. They want the world to be theirs, but they don't want to get up every day and seize the day and conquer it. You know what I'm saying? Just like Nas said, whose world is this? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? Right? But it's not your world if you don't know how to get up and seize the day and conquer the day. Right? There's just like some people who don't really put themselves out there. And it's like, oh, because I want a relationship and I want love and I want to get married like the next person. But then you don't even know how to heal. You ain't did not lick of healing work. You ain't did no healing work. You ain't did no inner child work. You ain't did no forgiveness. You don't know how to trust. You don't know how to actually let the guard down so a motherfucker can actually, you know what I'm saying, be in. But then you looking at everybody else that's getting married like, oh, cause I wanna run through some flowers too. Like, it's okay, well then do the work, right? It's just like children at the school. You know what I'm saying? Oh, mom, can I go outside with James and Jessica and Thomas because we gonna go play hide and seek? And your mama like, okay, but clean your room first. And then you like, well, that's not fair, fucking bitch, right? And you go in your room, slam the door and shit. Doosh. Because they don't have to clean their room. Okay, but you don't know that, right? Little Tommy could have probably came in and was like, let me clean this room up before I ask this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You ever meet them type of people where it's like, let me go ahead and do this before I ask, because I already know what the rundown gonna be. She gonna tell me I need to do them dishes. My daddy gonna tell me to take out the trash. My mama gonna tell me make sure my room clean. And as long as my homework done, bitch, I can go outside. I did my homework on the motherfucking bus. Soon as I got home, I'ma just go ahead and get everything clean. I'ma go ahead and knock these dishes out. Your mama come home like, oh, Thomas, you doing the dishes? Yes, because I want to go outside. Can I go outside when I get done with my chores? I've already done my homework. I'll go get my homework real quick. You have some people who already know what's up and they already know what they want and they take the needed actions to go in the direction that they want to go in. Then you have some people who pout. Your mama ain't even tell you your homework need to be done. All you gotta do is motherfucking do the dishes, and you still go in your room and slam the door, and you huffing and puffing and talking and mumbling up under your breath because, oh, I don't want to have to do the dishes. Oh, well then you don't want to go outside. If this is you, you might want to be doing a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual check-in. Okay, because you're not really feeling good on the inside because there's something you missing. And it's more than likely feeling like because you've been staying still and observing everybody else instead of going forward with your direction. You supposed to, if you on the direction and you on your path and you supposed to be going, why would you stop to try to go observe everybody else? So then you stop and you try to observe where everybody else is, and then it's like, what? Because some people are maybe further along, further ahead of you, now you feel away. But then you still trying to play it off like, oh, because I just feel good. I look good. Oh, okay. You can fool us. You can't fool the divine. Right? And others of you have been going through this. Right? Some of you have been on your direction. And it hasn't been a good, easy direction. It hasn't been an easy path. It hasn't been a easy journey. Yeah, nothing is promised by Rihanna and Mike Will playing. You know what I'm saying? So ain't none of this promised. And you know that. You know what I'm saying? Person watching, for those of you who on your journey, you know ain't none of this shit promised. Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna wake up every day and hug this money. I never put anything above this money. Okay? If you know the song, listen. If you ain't never heard the song, YouTube Nothing Is Promised by Rihanna. It's definitely one of them songs to listen to. Okay? But even with that, You know ain't none of this shit promised. You know that just because you doing this and you want this life, you already know that that relationship ain't promised to you. That job, these friends, this life, this business ain't promised. But you do it anyway. You don't spend your time trying to sit and observe what everybody else doing. You focus on what you're doing. And that is going to get you so much further, right? For those of you who aren't focused on other people, those are the people who don't really realize just how adored and loved you are, right? You don't even really realize just how much of an inspiration you are. Yeah, Chasing My Dreams by Boosie came on, and I absolutely love this song. This was another song I just played when I just ended up quitting my job. I played this song over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because again, it's just about chasing your dreams. You know what I'm saying? The start of the song, he's like, when I was small, my mama told me, whatever you want to be, you know, you can do it. And he said, all right, my mama, do it. You know, just got to get up and chase your dreams. A lot of people don't want to do that, though. A lot of people make excuses for why they do that, though, right? For those of you who actually see and know who these people are, remove them from your life now, okay? Not only because they trying to hold you back and they trying to stop your direction, they trying to stop your flow, but because these same exact people, they're going to get karma, right? Going back to tie in what I was just saying about this mutual person from earlier before we go ahead and get up out of here, right? This is somebody who will never be able to get where they trying to go. Why? Because they so focused on sabotaging me. You know what I mean? You focused on my business and because I'm just so happy that your business is because do you want me to call and talk to so and so and so and so? You'll never get to where you trying to go for real in life, because you so busy on trying to focus on what I'm doing. You so busy trying to sabotage what I got going on. You know what I mean? And I fully know that this is someone who really doesn't give a fuck and really isn't that proud, because child, if you were so proud of me, when we hang out, you'd ask me how I've been. This is someone who spends most of the time talking about them. Oh, because this and then that, and then because they went work, and then they ask me how I've been, and then by the time I actually try to say how I've been, they cut me off, right? And even with that, I've learned how to just talk over them, because if I allow them, they'll ask me how I'm doing, I'll get 2 words out, and then they'll just make the conversation back about them. So I've learned how to actually overpower them when they speak, because again, I am also a very powerful speaker, right? And I overpower them when they speak, and I fully get out the full range of how things are going. But then again, intuitively, I know that you don't want me, you asking me how I've been because you want to make it seem like you give a fuck. You don't really give a fuck because I'm doing better than you, right? This is somebody who really gonna pop their top after I get my apartment. Because imagine you married and you still got to be roommating with a nigga that you can't even stand. Right? But that's not my business. You know, I just know I have to fall back from them and give them some space, because I know that they are getting karma and will get karma, and a lot more people gonna be getting some karma by the time I get done doing what I'm doing. You know, because if the girls that know what I mean, and if you don't, you don't. I ain't talking about just this tarot business when I say I get done doing what I'm doing, but you know. So yeah, make sure you watch out for that. Okay, a lot of us who are on our direction, who are on our path, you might be starting to feel good. You know what I mean? You'll start to feel good as things go, because you've been checking in with yourself emotionally, and it's time to actually get yourself out of that rough patch. You've been going through a rough patch. You've been going through some chaotic times. It's over. The storm is over. Okay. Others of you who might not be feeling so well, because I know that there's a fraction of y'all in here, right? You might be the one getting karma. Take that for how it resonates. But it would depend on what you've been doing. Have you been over here trying to worry about the next motherfucker? You've been over here trying to redirect and stop the next motherfucker path? Okay? Or have you simply just not been checking in? Because that could be a thing too. You could not at all be getting no karma back, but you just don't feel good because you keep trying to put on this positive facade of like, oh, I'm great and everything is great and it's great and life's great and it's all great, and it's like, girl, you're lying. You know what I mean? You're lying. Do a mental emotional check-in. Do a spiritual check-in. Really sit with yourself. Sit and observe your internal environment. right? Because at that point, it's not about you sitting and observing everybody else. You need to sit and observe your internal environment to really ask yourself, why are you not going in the direction that you feel like you should be going in? What are you not doing? Okay? Because it's not about nobody else. It's about you. So what are you not doing? Be still and really, really observe and get some awareness on your internal environment and make the needed changes so you can actually start going the direction that you want to go in. Okay? Again, I do see Capricorn, Aries, Leo. I think that's it. Okay. So yeah, I'm up out of here. I will see y'all next Wednesday. Again, you still can book down below in the description box if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. Because they're not gonna be sent out this week anyway. And hopefully I'll be good by Monday. Because if I'm not good by Monday, then I'm gonna be closed on Monday. Right? Thank you again for checking me out. The song that we are leaving with is Insomnia by Takeoff. So yeah, a lot of y'all are definitely, you know, up at night for whatever reasons. I'm sure there'll be various reasons. All right. Let's just hope you're not up at night trying to focus on nobody else's shit. Okay. And that you really up focusing on your own shit, focusing on your own path, because you're such a motivation and an inspiration to those around you, whether you know it or not, whether you feel like people like you or not, whether you feel like people watching you or not. It don't really motherfucking matter. Okay, keep being a motherfucking inspiration. Keep giving people some shit to adore you for, and continue to go on your motherfucking intended direction. Okay, and until next time, see you guys later.